also is a predictor for healthcare because those that have full-time jobs are receiving great source of healthcare. But the issue is with are they following up with their care providers? Also, a really important factor when dealing with this project, because we're speaking of the diabetes rates in the Cherokees, casino revenues that started in 1997 is a huge factor dealing with the health of the Cherokee Indians. Because of the casino revenues, it has brought a lot of economic wealth into the population of the Cherokees. For the Cherokee Indians, spiritual factors has a great deal of balance for social factors. Casino revenues has a positive impact on the family income, resulting in more funds to eat out, as well as Cherokee boundaries has increased. Extended family system has brought intergenerational support, creating more social balance throughout the culture. For cultural groups and settings, honoring the past by knowing one's ancestors, identifying with and belonging to the tribe, and living and preserving Cherokee's culture. The rates of diabetes and type 2 diabetes among the Eastern Band Cherokee Indians exceeds the rates of the U.S. and the North Carolina general populations. 18% of 85 children in the Eastern Band Cherokee Indians community reported eating fast food 5 or more times during the week.
Environmental factors affecting healthcare for the Cherokee Indians are influenza, not necessarily endemic, but epidemic, and I feel like it was warranted. Compared to the general U.S. population, American Indian and Alaskan Native people are more likely to get seriously ill and die from the flu. Healthcare agencies in the tribal area actively advertise and promote flu vaccines. However, it's difficult for people to get the flu shot because they cannot get there. They don't have the money, the funds to get there to the facilities. Radon is another concern. Radon is actually found all over North Carolina in the soils. However, in the tribal area, indoor levels of radon are 3 times over the acceptable national indoor radon level. Radon leads to lung cancer, and especially in people that smoke, you get it at a higher rate. So they can't necessarily decrease the radon because it's in the soils and it leaches up into the air. The people have addressed it by doing tobacco-free environments and lots of education that way. Another environmental factor I felt affected the Cherokee people is seclusion. They are up in the mountains. There's hundreds and thousands of acres, and especially the older generation, they live, far out in the woods, away from major hospitals, healthcare, clinics, etc. So they feel that it's too far to travel for quality health services. And the people in a survey expressed the need for more walking and biking trails. And I think that this could help not only with diabetes, it improves their cardiovascular health, and it promotes a generally active lifestyle. I'd like to point out some things to keep in mind when dealing with Cherokee people, and not only Cherokee people, but Native Americans in general. I think a lot of these things are kind of general across the board for Native Americans that I found. So it's important to incorporate their old ways. When we treat their illnesses, make sure we be considerate of the fact that they use herbal medicines, teas, and also use medicine men. Cherokee people also like to build rapport with one another. They don't want to just blurt out their personal information. They want to get to know you, get relaxed, and maybe get a little bit of information about you before they start telling you about themselves. The use of silence is important. They prefer that you not interrupt them. Make sure you listen carefully. You're in a quiet environment so you can hear them. Also, remember that some healthcare services aren't always available on the reservations themselves. So they do have to come to facilities off the reservation to get that care. And that makes them feel uncomfortable, especially the older generation. They feel uneasy with the white people, white man, the healthcare providers, because of the long-standing history and mistreatment and disrespect. In the next few slides, I'm going to talk about how the Cherokee people are connected to the U.S. and other communities. So first we're going to talk about MedCat, Medical Careers and Technology Academy. This is at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center in Winston-Salem. It's a partnership between the Maya Angelou Center for Health Equity, and it brings people from the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, and it brings high school students actually. They enter this program and they learn different skills and learn about the healthcare and biotechnology career opportunities. And so there's a little video in the next slide, so please enjoy.